You can change it now. All right. Release the Kraken. So you may have been wondering why there is a Kraken on this ship. The captain certainly has. What is the purpose of the Kraken? Is it to be entertaining? Is it to be creating fear and awe? Is it to be a harbinger of doom? Or is it to strike humanity for its hubris and arrogance? All of the above. What is the Kraken? It is actually, in fact, not a mythological creature, even though it's been around in all cultures for all of history. It is based on the giant squid or the giant octopus. The Kraken is the most flexible animal in the world. The Kraken is a master of camouflage, but what you see is what you get when you see it. The Kraken is highly unconventional. The Kraken is playful and curious. The Kraken is not an imposter. How do you release the Kraken? When I was 8, my mom gave me a book by Jacques Cousteau on cephalopods, and he was talking about for a whole chapter on wrestling the giant Pacific octopus. So I decided I'm going to become Jacques Cousteau and I'm going to wrestle the giant Pacific octopus for a living. So I moved to Australia and I became Dr. C. But then I fell in love with an in New Zealand, and I had to give up the thought of becoming the Kraken wrestler. And instead I had to be flexible, and I had to camouflage as a policymaker and a public servant and even a statistician. But then I finally settled happily in a job as principal scientist at the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Authority, and everything was happy for a good 3 years, until I got a sociopathic boss who made my life a living hell because she did not like calamari. So for 14 awful months I had a bellyache and I hated going into work, and she changed the rules on me constantly. She lied about me, she tried to turn my team on me, and nothing I did, no matter which quadrant or color I was using, everything was wrong. I could not win. And I've got a 95% competitive, so of course I want to win. So what happened? I had two thoughts. One was a vortex of negativity, which caused me to spiral into hopelessness and helplessness, and made me think about suicide and about homicide. Really. The other one was a good thought. The other one was a thought of, what do I really want to do with the Kraken? What do I want to do? I want to not have a boss, especially not a sociopath. I want to not ever have to work in an office again. I want to travel the world. I want to answer the most important question to crack the issue of changing the world, to me, which is how to change human behavior and be less wasteful, especially in the sector that has the highest greenhouse gas emissions, which is energy. So I wanted to get the World Authority to lend me their reputation and their brand, so I could go out to dozens of countries and teach their leaders on how to change their behavior to better change behavior, and work with the top behavior change scientists around the world. And I wanted to make a shit ton of money. So that's what I did for the last 5.5 years. How does this story help you, potentially? For me, it's the Kraken. For you, it may be your alter ego from Burning Man or Burlesque or roller derby. It may be a token from your grandmother, from your Oma, who is your favorite person, who loved you unconditionally and always believed in you. It may be a memento from your children, or it may be your favorite undies. Whatever it is, fake it till you make it. Put on your suit, go out there in the world, take their strength and their unconditional love, and just be the best that you can be. And never forget that when you release the Kraken, or whatever it is, magic will happen. And if anyone wants to try in the Kraken suit, you're more than welcome.